Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you are fine. Had your tiffin? So, in the last class, I was telling about Einstein's photoelectric equation and explanation of photoelectric effect based on that equation. And you also learnt about photons. What are photons? What are the different characteristics of photon? Yes, anybody, you remember at least one property of photon? Yes, very good. They travels in a straight line. They travels in a straight line. They are not having any charge. They are electrically neutral. Photons are having the speed of light. Yes. When the radiation is interacting with the matter, it will be in the form of photons only, right? And energy of photon is h nu, momentum is h nu by c, right? And the energy of photon is measured by electron volt. And another thing, photons are not deflected from electric field or magnetic field because these are not having any charge, either positive charge or negative charge. Photons are neither positively charged particles nor negatively charged particles. They are not having any positive or negative charge. Therefore, they are not easily deflected by any field. So, in this class, I am going to tell you about the last concept of de Broglie, that is de Broglie waves. See, after the discovery of photoelectric effect, this photoelectric effect it proved particle nature of light. Einstein said that photoelectric effect is taking place when light in the form of photons or particles. Here photon is a quanta of energy of radiation. What it means? It is a particle. Here photon means a particle. So light behaves as a particle and it is giving rise to the phenomenon called photoelectric effect. So here remember photoelectric effect is showing the particle nature of light. Photoelectric effect, this is showing particle nature of light. Particle nature of light. Then wave nature of light. Wave nature of light is here. This phenomena, this experiment, it proved particle nature of light. And there are many phenomena like interference, diffraction and polarization. These proved wave nature of light. Wave nature of light. These proved wave nature of light. And see, experiment means these are the phenomena. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಫೋಟೋಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಿನಾಮಿನಾ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ತಗೋಬಹುದು ನೀವು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಯಾವುದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ is shown by the experiment Davison and Germer experiment. Davison and Germer experiment. Davison and Germer experiment it proved wave nature of light. And photoelectric effect and Compton effect, another one. Compton effect. These two proved particle nature of light. So see, these are showing that light is having two characters. Sometimes light behaves as a particle in the form of photons. and in some other times light is behaving like a wave. See, when I see you, when I am seeing you, my see the picture imagination by this eye is a wave like character. It is like a wave like character, but identification or creation of the image in my retina through the rods and cones. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೇಚರ್ ತರ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಲೈಟ್ ನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾವೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದು ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ರೂಮ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಶೇಪ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಪೇ ನಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಣೋದು. ಆಸ್ ಅವರ್ pupil this black color ball is in a circular shape. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಎರಡು ನಮಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೇ ತರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಲೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ means here see you learn photoelectric effect. Einstein's photoelectric effect, what it proved? It proved light is existing in the form of photons. What are photons? Photons are the packets of energy. They are the quantum of energy. Ade quantum packet onde baruthe meaning. Quanta of energy of radiation or quantum of energy of radiation. Photons. So adu particle nature na prove ಆಯ್ತು. Compton effect ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು. ಇದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್. Compton effect also proved particle nature of light. And many phenomena like interference, diffraction, polarization that we will study in wave optics. These three phenomena they explain wave nature of light. And experimental banda Davison and Germer experiment, it proves wave nature of light. So see from these results, what you can think or what you can imagine, what you can believe that light is having two characters. Light behaves as particle as well as like a wave. So light is having dual nature. So our chapter name is dual nature of radiation and matter. Here radiation is light only. Dual nature of radiation and matter. So dual nature of radiation means light. Light is having two characters. So people started arguments, and they started to think. When this was proved, Einstein proved this one, and Einstein was awarded a Nobel Prize for the proof of this particle nature of light through his experiment, photoelectric effect experiment. Through the experiment, right? He was awarded Nobel Prize. Next comes Davison and Germer. They proved wave nature of light. ಇವರು ಲೈಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ತರ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಐನ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್. ಡ್ಯಾವಿಸನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜರ್ಮರ್ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಲೈಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೇವ್ ತರ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಇವರಿಗೂ ನೋಬೆಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಬಂತು, ಐನ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ಗೂ ನೋಬೆಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಪೀಪಲ್ ದೇ ಬಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್, ಬಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಎರಡು ನೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಎರಡು ನೇಚರ್ ಕಾಣದೆ ಒಂದು ನೇಚರ್ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. You know, just see your surroundings. Where you are sitting, you see your side object. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್. ಸಿ ಬಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ dual nature, dual roles. So people they thought that they started to think that whether all the materials, all the particles, I mean a particle like a mountain, a heavy particle, and a small particle like an electron, neutron, proton, they are having dual nature, they are having wave nature. Particle ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಬಟ್ ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ. They also move like the wave. Their characters also resembles to a wave. They started to think. Then comes another scientist called Louis de Broglie. Louis de Broglie is the French physicist. Louis de Broglie is the French physicist. He gave a proof for the wave nature of matter. Wave nature of matter. dual nature of matter. So de Broglie, Louis de Broglie, complete name is Louis de Broglie. De Broglie, Louis de Broglie. See here, Louis ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, de Broglie ಅಂದ್ರೆ small d ನೇ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. Louis de Broglie, he was the French physicist. He proved every form of matter, either a bench, a car, a chalk piece, a room, a bus, an electron, small things, an electron, neutron, next proton, like any other elementary particles, they are also having wave nature. They also have the wave characters. But why they are not appearing? So it is explained later. So here he proved that, Louis de Broglie proved all the objects in this universe, they are having a wave nature under some condition. So if they are in a movement, if they are moving, if they are in a motion, then you can expect wave nature for those materials, for those objects. So here a particle, if a body is moving, if a body is in motion, it will have the wave nature. It will have the wave nature. So the waves associated with, the waves present, associated with means present, the waves associated with a moving body, the waves associated with a moving body is called matter wave or de Broglie wave. ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರಲ್ಲ, matter wave, matter wave or de Broglie waves, de Broglie waves, de Broglie waves. What are de Broglie waves or matter waves? These are the waves associated with a moving particle. So we can expect wave nature if and only if a body is in motion, if and only if a body is moving. If the body is at rest, there is no wave character for the body. So if a body is in motion, ಚಲನೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಯಾವುದೇ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, so see here, what are matter waves? The waves associated with particles, materials in motion, materials in motion, materials in motion are called matter waves. Or see, the waves associated with a moving body, they are called matter waves or de Broglie waves. So de Broglie, the scientist de Broglie gave one equation. That equation is lambda equals to h by mv, or see lambda equals to h by p. So here lambda is called de Broglie wavelength. Lambda is called de Broglie wavelength. And h is called Planck's constant. Planck's constant means h equals to, its value is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. H is a Planck's constant, its value is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. M is mass of the particle. If particle is an electron, mass of the electron. If particle is a mountain, mass of the mountain. If particle is a vehicle, mass of the vehicle. If particle is a man, mass of the man. Mass of the man ಬರಲ್ಲ, weight of the man ಬರಲ್ಲ. Man ಅಂದಾಗ so mass of the particle. Mass of the particle. Mass of the particle. Then V, velocity of the particle. Velocity of the particle. Velocity of the particle. And see, this formula represents de Broglie's wavelength, expression for de Broglie's wavelength. So de Broglie, what he proved that every object, every form of matter, every object, it is having wave-like characters when they are in motion. If they are moving, means they can be regarded as a wave. So they are having wave-like characters. So here wave associated with a moving body is called matter wave or de Broglie waves. ಒಂದು ಚಲನೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿ ಬ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿ ಬ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು h/mv. ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಸ್, ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು h/mv, where h is Planck's constant. Lambda is de Broglie wavelength. Lambda is de Broglie wavelength. H is Planck's constant. M andreno mass of the particle. What is V here? Velocity of the particle. So sir, value of M, sir, if it is electron, then you can take mass of the electron. If it is proton, mass of the proton. If it is neutron, mass of the neutron. So it is different for different particles. If it is a classroom, mass of the classroom, weight of the classroom. ಒಂದು ಲಾರಿ ಇತ್ತು, ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಕಾರ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾರ್. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ, ವೇಗ, velocity with which, see what is the velocity that a particle is moving, that is v here. So here see p, here p is a momentum of the particle. P is called momentum. Yes, what is p? Momentum of the particle. P is momentum of the particle. So here P is mv. Formula for P is mv. You know that momentum is given by the product of mass and velocity. So therefore, in place of mv, I wrote P. Right? So next I want to tell you why we are unable to see the wave-like character of a car. Heavier bodies, usually heavier bodies. For a car, mass is maximum. The car may be having 1000 kg of mass. Its weight is approximately equals to 1000 kg. But velocity is not 1000. Velocity is approximately 100 km/h. Velocity is minimum, but mass is maximum. So that car or a building or say ಮೂವಿಂಗ್, ನೀವು ಚಲನೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದ್ರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗು, ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಚಲನೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಚಲನೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಝೀರೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಿ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್, ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಝೀರೋ. ಝೀರೋ ಇಂಟು ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಝೀರೋ. 1/0 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಝೀರೋ. 1/0 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾವು ಝೀರೋ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ m is a maximum, v is a minimum. So m is a maximum means lambda is minimum. Wavelength of a moving car, wavelength of a moving vehicle is very minimum. So therefore we are unable to experience the wave-like character of a vehicle. It may be a car or it may be any other vehicle, because here mass of the vehicle is maximum compared to its speed. So maximum means here minimum, you will get minimum. Lambda is minimum. If m is maximum, lambda is minimum, because lambda wavelength, de Broglie wavelength is inversely proportional to product of mass and velocity. If m is maximum, lambda is minimum. If v is maximum, lambda is minimum. So if m is, so one thing you consider m, because for a moving car m is maximum, v is minimum. So maximum quantity has to be taken into consideration. So m is maximum means lambda is minimum. Why a table or a car, a lorry, a person? If a person is moving, I am walking from this point to that point. I am not able to show my wave-like characters. Any other person, he is unable to see wave-like characters in me because my mass is a minimum compared to weight. Compared to velocity. Vega. So your velocity is maximum means lambda is minimum. Velocity is maximum means lambda is minimum. So this is called a de Broglie wavelength. This expression is called a de Broglie wavelength, and that waves are called de Broglie waves. De Broglie waves and this expression is called de Broglie wavelength. What he proved? What de Broglie proved? De Broglie proved that every matter, every object has a wave-like character. Here objects are also having dual nature. But we can see only one nature, particle nature. We can see only their structures, but not wave-like characters. Reason is, here the reason is their mass is minimum, so wavelength is mass is maximum, so wavelength is minimum. If the velocity is maximum, see either among the two, mass and velocity, one will be maximum for these macroscopic things. Macroscopic things means these heavier bodies. Macroscopic things are they cannot show wave-like structures, but they are having the wave-like characters under some condition. Wave-like nature of a car is exhibited under some condition, right? So what is the formula for de Broglie wavelength? Lambda equals to h by mv, or lambda equals to h by p. So now I am going to tell about de Broglie wavelength of an electron. 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 Electron or proton. So for now I am taking for electron. De Broglie wavelength of an electron. So here one thing you remember, for an electron kinetic energy is given by, see, if I am increasing the speed of an electron, it means accelerating an electron. ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಪ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಟ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಯಾವ ಎನರ್ಜಿ? ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಆನ್ ಅನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಬೈ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನದು? ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ? ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಯಿಂದ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು. ನಮಗೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನಮಗೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬರೋದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು, ನಾವು ಫುಡ್ಡಿಂದನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ? ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲಿಂದ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈಸ್ kinetic energy of electron equals to K equals to EV. K equals to EV. Where EV is electron volt. Yes, what is EV? Here EV is electron volt. Electron volt. EV is electron. Right? So see, now de Broglie wavelength means, first I want to take kinetic energy. Kinetic energy formula. Kinetic energy is also given by another formula. Yes, what is the another formula for kinetic energy? K equals to 1 by 2 mv square. 1 by 2 mv square. This is the general formula for kinetic energy. K equals to 1 by 2 mv square. So now you multiply m and v and divide m on RHS. See, in RHS what we shall do now? K equals to 1 by 2 m v square into m by m into m by m. I am multiplying and dividing m in RHS. So here this side nothing will happen. M by m means 1. You will get 1. So here the whole factor remains same. So next thing, what is converting here? M into m square. V square m square v square divided by 2m divided by 2m divided by 2m. K equals to kinetic energy of an electron in this is K equals to m square v square by 2m. So m square v square is written as mv whole square by 2m. mv whole square by 2m. Yes, what is mv? M is here. mv means product of mass and velocity is equals to momentum p. Yes, mv is p is a momentum. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು ನಾವು? k equals to p square. mv is p square by 2m. p square by 2m. So k into 2m equals to p square. 2km equals to p square. Square root of 2km equals to p. So when I remove this square root, it becomes square root this side. Square root of 2km equals to p. P equals to square root of 2km. Square root of p equals to first time only kinetic energy k equals to 1 by 2 m square ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದಲ್ಲ. RHS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ m by m ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಏನಾಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, m by m ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1. So m into m square v square divided by 2m. m square v square by 2m. mv ಅಂದ್ರೆ p. So mv square is p square by 2m. 2m ಏಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಬನ್ನಿ. k into 2m equals to p square. 2km equals to p square. Square root of 2km equals to p. P is a momentum, linear momentum. Momentum equals to square root of 2km. ಹೌದಾ? Next. Next thing here, see, lambda equals to de Broglie wavelength is given by lambda equals to h by p. Lambda equals to, it is Planck's constant divided by momentum. Expression for de Broglie wavelength is yes ಹೇಳಿ ಏನದ lambda equals to h by p. So lambda equals to h by p is, put the value of p equals to, yes p ಏನದ p equals to square root of 2km. p equals to square root of 2km. This is one expression. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು p equals to ಏನಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ, square root of 2km ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. p equals to square root of 2km, right? Next one, see, put k equals to ev. Put k equals to ev here. So you will get p equals to h by square root of 2m. K means ev. Lambda equals to lambda. ಏನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು? ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, p equals to ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ, square root of 2km ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ? k equals to ev ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ. So finally what you are getting? H is Planck's constant. So formula expression for de Broglie wavelength of an electron is lambda equals to h divided by square root of 2km in terms of kinetic energy. And here square root of h divided by square root of 2m ev. So where lambda is de Broglie wavelength. Lambda here lambda is de Broglie wavelength. for electron. These formulas, these two formulas are specially for electron. Next to K is kinetic energy. K is kinetic energy. And see EV ಅಂದ್ರೆ electron volt, EV ಅಂದ್ರೆ V ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? V ಅಂದ್ರೆ potential, electric potential. Electric potential in volts. Electric potential in volt. V ಅಂದ್ರೆ electric potential in volt. Next to M ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Mass of the particle. Mass of electron. M is mass of electron. Yes, formula of value of mass of electron, that is ME, mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg mass of an electron. Yes, and you know that H is Planck's constant. H is Planck's constant. Planck's constant. H equals to, value is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Minus 34 joule second. So if you substitute these values in here, E is a charge of an electron. E means charge. E and small e and charge of an electron. Charge of an electron. Charge of an electron. Yes, the charge of an electron is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Charge of an electron E's value is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, and M is mass of an electron. Me equals to mass of electron. E means electron. Me, mass of an electron, 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. K is kinetic energy. V is electric potential in volt. Lambda is de Broglie wavelength of electron. De Broglie wavelength of electron. So these are the formulas for electron. If they are giving potential value in final exam, usually for 2 mark section, sometimes problem is asked, an electron has a potential. An electron is accelerated by a potential of 120 volts. An electron is accelerated by a potential of 120 volts. So see, calculate the de Broglie wavelength of an electron. So you know these are constant values. H value, M value, E value ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. H value, M value ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದ? ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ de Broglie wavelength of an electron in terms of accelerating potential. De Broglie wavelength of an electron. De Broglie wavelength of an electron in terms of accelerating potential. Accelerating potential means V, accelerating potential. In terms of accelerating potential, here the potential is V, it is given by potential V is, ನೋಡಿ H value substitute ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, M value substitute ಮಾಡಿ, E value substitute ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. So you will get lambda equals to 12.27. After substituting H value equals to 6.625 to 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. M is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. E is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. What you are getting? 12.27 divided by root of potential, accelerating potential. This is answer. This is the de Broglie wavelength of an electron, and this value is it is matched with, this value is matched with diffraction X-ray experiments. There also in X-ray diffraction experiment, there also wavelength of an electron is calculated in that experiment. So the value got in that experiment, that is well suited with, or is matched with this value 12.27 divided by root V. So what it is concluded, electrons and protons, neutrons, they are also having the wave nature. So they also represent dual nature. So similar to the light, the particles like electron, neutron, proton, they are also having the dual nature. So because this value is the value we got from our calculation, it is exactly similar to the value of an electron, value of wavelength of an electron, that is obtained through experiments, X-ray diffraction experiments. So it is finally concluded that electron is also having the dual nature. Not only electron, proton, neutron, or any other things, they are also having